Good morning. Today is Monday, June 10th, 2019. My name is Jen, and this is Jenn Jiggles. Welcome. I am 3.5 pounds lighter than I was last time I spoke to you. Most of that is probably nerves, but I lost 3.5 pounds. Woo! I am so happy. I did exercise, I won't lie. So like I said already, we had familial stuff. So it's just to do with my oldest son isn't feeling very well. And he broke out in hives all over, and there's worry. And a lot of it. Because he used to contract strep from his younger brother who never showed any symptoms. But at one point it moved up into his throat, and I am at the top end of England, and he's at the bottom half of England, in the bottom of England by Cardiff. And he's not in Wales, but he's by Bristol. And it's a long way to be away from your son when you're scared to death that something like that's going to happen. And bless him, he's an intelligent young man, but sometimes he just doesn't take care of himself. And I was worried. I mean, spanking worried. He had a cold when he was here, and I thought, that's not good. Gave him medicine, as moms do, but yeah, there you go. Anyway, so yeah, and I spoke to him last night, and wow. I worry. It's been raining here for an entire week. A whole week. It's been raining. I haven't had to water anybody in my garden. And the two people who live next door are outside not feeding their plants, just watering them out of a hose. They hung their laundry out in the rain yesterday. I know it's none of my business and I sound like a shit, but I really don't care. I mean, maybe it's me being OCD. They just drive me mad. I don't know. Maybe they're just a little touched. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm terrible. And I'm sorry if you're offended by that. Oh my God. I'm an awful person. But it drives me mad. Anyway, none of my business. Hi, Blossom. Blossom got a bubble bath yesterday. And she's due for a clip on Saturday, aren't you? Say hi. Say hi. No? Okay. Anyway, she's very weird today. She keeps looking at the living room door and just staring at it and occasionally growling at the living room door. And then she was growling at the living room wall that's by the door. And then she came up here and she's staring down the stairs and she's growling down the stairs. It was weird. And just staring at the same place. I don't get it. Anyway, maybe there's a spider or something. Who knows? Hello. That's enough of the climbing. That hurts, Mommy, with your claws. And I've got a short sleeve shirt on so everybody can see my fat arms. So anyways, weight loss stuff. Oh, I can't stop kissing her now. I'm sorry, everybody. Say hi, Blossom. Say I'm with my mommy now. So I feel safe. And I smell like orange blossoms because her shampoo is bedhead for dogs. I don't even buy myself nice shampoo. I use Lynx. That's like a men's. Do you want to get up there? Can you all hang on a minute? Do you want to get up here, honey? Okay. Don't ruin anything. I'm serious, dude. Do not play on my fabric or anything. Hi, I'm back. Sorry. Not like ever really went away. What was I saying? Oh, shampoo. So she has better shampoo than we do. Anyway, yeah, so I exercised. I did exercise. I think that was more out of, oh crap, I don't have my Fitbit watch on. I'll talk to you about steps in a minute. I exercised every day. I did exercise every day. Out of breath exercise, so I knew I was burning calories. I found this really interesting video about how your body expels calories, because you can't ever, like, it's an atom, so it can't ever really go away, kind of. But basically what happens, and I could be wrong because I'm a dork sometimes, but I guess what happens is the best way to lose weight, which I don't really agree with, but is to fast in the morning and exercise before you eat, to the point where you're out of breath, and stay out of breath for a while. And basically what happens is you expel, in some way or form, the carbon dioxide that comes out of your body is an expulsion of caloric burn. Anyway, don't believe everything you read on the internet or listen to on YouTube. Anyway, yeah, so there you go. So I did that. I did sit-ups every time I peed. I do like front crunches on the toilet. I walked in the shower. I walked while I brushed my teeth. Yesterday there was a lot of garden time. I cleaned out an entire garden bed, getting ready to plant the wildflowers in it. That will grow there in the summer because it's mostly a spring bed. It's got like bluebells and hyacinths and tulips and daffodils in it. But I thought if I sprinkled some wildflowers over, it'd be good. I got quite a few bumblebees at my house, and I mean quite a few, because there are lots of flowers at my house. Kim, your clematis has gone ape shit. There aren't any flowers on it yet, but it was like huge. The corn's doing okay. The tomatoes aren't. Next year I'm going to start planting my garden in Feb, and I'm basically going to just look at what grows well up here. I think it's too cold and wet and gray here for tomatoes. I think I either need to get like a lean-to, a glass lean-to, and set it up out here on the patio, probably by the adjoining fence on the racist lady's side. Or, yeah, I guess that's my, or don't grow tomatoes. The corn is doing okay. It hasn't been fed, like Miracle Grow fed, since I put it out. And it was used to a really warm environment, and it's been rainy and cold here for the last, like I said, for the last week. It's basically rained the entire time, like peed down the entire time. Slugs got to my pumpkin plants. They are done. They ate them from the roots. And I don't mean the roots, but I mean the stem. Up. Bastards. So I got slug repellent yesterday, tablets, pellets, that are doggy safe, so if she eats one, she's not going to die from it. I put them all around the strawberries to keep them off the strawberries because I know they like strawberries. We put netting over the strawberries yesterday and secured it down so they can't climb in because they'll rip themselves into 50 bits if they try to. So it's secured all the way around the bottom, and I put pellets around the tomato plants, and the potatoes are doing great. Potatoes love it here. It's like being in Maine. So I'm going to definitely have a second crop of potatoes, and probably next year we'll do quite a few potatoes downstairs because the basement stays cool enough that I can store them. Yeah, I can store them in the basement. So hang on, I grab my iced coffee. Having an oral enema here. That's what I call it. It's iced coffee, but every time I drink iced coffee, I get diarrhea. I mean, like, explosive. Not that that's really graphic, and you don't need to know that, do you? Oh my god. Anyway, so yeah, so lots of exercise on the boards this week. I won't lie to you. Ian started his new job today, and he did not sleep well last night, and he kept me up quite a bit. He was up at 3 o'clock, going pee, couldn't sleep, was jumping around on the bed like, oh, I can't sleep that way, oh, I can't sleep that way. So I was up from 3:30. I finally fell back asleep about 20 minutes before the alarm was set to go off, and which was 5:30. And then got up with him. I went downstairs. I made a bagel, and a good bagel with stuff. So it was 130 calories. And had a cup of coffee, and I went back to bed for 2 hours and slept. Oh my god, I was so tired. Yeah, so my housework stuff's behind. I have put chicken breast in the crock pot to make chicken sandwiches for dinner tonight. I think I'm going to make like a tuna noodle salad, but I got Hellman's Light. Yeah. Trying to think what else. Don't know what I'm having for lunch, but probably not much. I'm not feeling very hungry. I still got a lot of worry. Joe's supposed to call me today. He's meant to go to the doctor today. My worry is one of his kids is a carrier of strep, and he will continue to get this over and over and over until they get treated. He said, I can't keep Byron out of school to take him to the doctor. I was like, you most certainly can keep him out of school to take him to the doctor. You most certainly can. But there you go. So Joe's home today, and yeah, he said he'd call me later. So yeah, I think I can attribute most of my weight loss to nerves and being worried and scared and you know how it is when you got kids. Anyway, or maybe you don't, and I'll tell you, there's a lot of worry with it. Even when they're grown in 32, because he's grown in 32, and I still worry. And I know I don't need to, because Emily's there and she's a good wife and da 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 da, but she doesn't know squat about strep, and bless her, and she probably didn't think of it, but given Joe's past, I did, and I'm scared. So anyway, not that he's stupid and won't go to the hospital, but I'm worried he'll leave it too late and then he'll have trouble. So, crafting, I didn't bring up the sweater. I'll do that later in the week. I've got one sleeve nearly done. I knit up a storm because I was just like nervous. So first thing in the morning and then at night sometimes. Cross-stitched last night for a bit. Not a ton of progress there, but I will bring that. Most of my progress was with spinning. I'm still spinning that gray. I am still spinning that gray, but just hang on a minute. Don't look at my fat. Well, that's why you're here, so I guess you can look at it all you want. Anyway, so I got an order from, Jesus, I gotta get it anyway, so it doesn't matter. I got an order from Debs at Crafty Cat Fiber. There it is. Oh my God. If you're on Etsy and you spin, you really need to go to her shop. She's amazing. She's such a sweetheart too. So that's Debs. She's on Etsy, and then she's on Etsy at Crafty Cat Fiber. And yes, I bought this. It's a combed merino bamboo wool top. It's my next spin. I bought another one too. It should be here today. But Deb sent me a sample of wool. And I had been watching a lot of YouTube videos about Navajo plying because I was having a lot of waste. So I would spin 2 bobbins to a point where I thought it was equal. And it wasn't. And I was wasting wool. I mean, it was awful. And I was getting teeny tiny balls from trying to save it. It was just a pain in the ass. So then I went and did some research and saw this technique, which is called, again, Navajo ply. And I've never done it before, so it wasn't great. But I used the sample that Deb sent me, which was amazing. And I love the colors together, and I think I'm going to order some of this. It's not rustic, but it's rustic enough so it would probably be like a sweater to go over like a turtleneck. I don't think it would poke through, but yeah, I wouldn't want it like right against my skin. Anyway, so gotta cover my face up. So that's a Navajo ply, which appears to be like a spiral, but it's not. So basically it's like a crochet where you pull, and I think I might do a little bit of video to show everybody. And I'm gonna start marking these videos in the description so you know at what point the crafting stuff starts. Anyway, so I did this Navajo ply with this sample, which is my first one, so God, don't even really look close. But there is never a waste because basically it's like drawing a loop up through a crochet hook. So you tie your spin to the lead on your here, let's pull a lead down. Okay, so if you don't spin, this is a spindle. Okay, this spindle. I have kind of fancy ones with a gear on the end because I have an auto feeder, so I don't have to keep moving my stuff up. This is called the lead, and this is a piece of wool or string or whatever that you tie to your spindle. And so you would take this before it was, before it was plied, you would tie it to this. And then here, let me see if I can show you how this is done. So basically, say this is the wool that I'm spinning up, I'm plying. So basically what you do is you put your fingers through, so you put it through a loop, right? So you've got this loop, right? And you've got your wool. And what you do, and I'm going to try to fake it here, is you take your wool that you're spinning, obviously this isn't correct because I'm using the same thing, and you pull it through that, you pull it up, and while you're pulling this up, this is spinning, and it's, you know, creating a spiral, and then as it spirals up, you keep it together, and then you pull the next one through, and the next one, and the next one, and I'll do a video when I get ready. I'm gonna do, I think I've got some sample fiber up in my fiber bag, and I'm gonna do another one, another sample of it. But yeah, and because you do it that way, because you do it right off the same spindle, you never have any waste, and it's easier to control. Barber poling, which I don't particularly like unless it's specific, like what was it? Remember when I did the Jingle Bells, that red and green? I wanted that to barber pole. I wanted it to look like candy canes and stuff like that. But I didn't. If you look at this one, there's a lot less barber poling. Now mind, this is my first one, so don't be mean. I don't want to hear how shitty it is, because I already know how shitty it is. But it's a new skill set, and I'm just learning. So I can forgive myself for the shittiness of this. But, right. So you see here how there's a consistency in color with that. And then, see, this is because, okay, so here, there is a mix of the, come on, focus, you little bastard. Okay, there's a mix of the brown and the purple. But as you go along, you get more of just the brown. So what I'm going to do is I have another fleece coming. Now, the one that Deb sent me from Crafty Cat Fiber is, there we go. That's a little bit better to show. There we go. There we go. This one, I probably could have split it out into bits and done like a gradient. But I don't know how well you can see the colors. It looks very blue, but it's not. It's purple and green and orange with white bamboo. But it's like silk. It's very pretty. And it kind of fades into some oranges stuff, if you can see there. I could split that out to make a gradient, but the one that I have coming that I will show you later in the week does. I can split it out. I am going to split it out, and I am going to make a gradient, and it is primary colors but very bright, and I am so excited about that. I really am excited. I bought it from another vendor because Deb's didn't have anything like that. She had that, which was great. But this is going to get spun up and then applied for Halloween socks. Because they're Halloween colors. Creepy. Yeah, so that's what's happening with that. I didn't get a chance to work on Luna's chair because I've been busy doing the quilt. So I finished cutting up the quilt. Oh, poop. I finished cutting up the quilt, and I started on the blocks. Today's focus is mostly housework because I've been a bit lax. But I'll show you some of the blocks that I got done. So this is block 5. I don't know if that blue is showing up or not, but this is block 5, and I've got 2 more of these to do before yeah, I've got 2 more of these to do before I'm done with that set. Now I've done, oops, they're together. So I've done, this is block 6, as you can see. There's 2 of them. And that's what block 6 looks like. Let me see if I get it close. You can, okay, those are true to color. Those are definitely, yeah, that is definitely true to color. So I've set all my seams as I've gone along. I know my stitching looks like shit, sorry. And there was only one number 7 block, and that's that. And one number 8, which I think is really pretty, and I would put a bunch of them together for a quilt if I was gonna do another one. So I have 2 more 5s to do. Here, I should tell you what's going on. Okay, so yeah, I've got 2 more 5s. Ooh, I hurt my leg. I've got 2 more 5s. So I shouldn't write in magazines, I know, but I crossed them out with a green highlighter as I got them done. So I've got 2 more of those. And then, hang on. I've got 2 more of those, and then I have to do 2 number 4s. I have to do 5 number 3s. Looks all happy and complicated, doesn't it? I have to do 12 number 1s, 12 of these little boogers right here. So what I'm planning to do, this is the plan anyway. Oh my God, somebody buy me that. I'm gonna have to ship this quilt off to America, to Missouri Star Quilt Company, to get it quilted. So what the plan is to do 2 squares a day for the next 12 days, and then they'll be done. And then I can start sewing the top together, and then once the top's done, it goes to Missouri Star Quilt Company. I'm going to let them put the backing on, and I'm going to let them bind it. I'm not going to let them. They're going to do it for me because they're very kind and make a lot of money doing it. And then I have to contact them first to get a reply, because the last quilt I did, I sent that off to them. The quilt before that, I sent off to them. But I was living in America at the time, and I'm not now, so I'm like pissing my pants that they won't ship something overseas. And it's so fucking scary, because what do I do if they won't? I'm stuffed, because the woman who does it here primarily is in Wales, and she has basically a year's backlog of it. So, and I'm not waiting a year to have my quilt top. I waited 6 weeks for both of my quilts from Missouri Star Quilt Company, which I think is nice and reasonable, and I appreciate that. So I'm going to talk to them. If they can't ship it back to me, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll figure something out. I don't know. Oh, anyway. So yeah. So that's pretty much what's been going on. I will bring knitting up later this week. I'll show you what I have left of the gray, which isn't a whole lot, and I will work my way through all of this stuff to show you what I got at the grocery store this week. And I went to the grocery store. So that's the gray that I have left. So much gray. What is that? Oh, it's the tag. Merino silk yak. Yakety yak. I didn't know I still had a tag in there. I keep telling you guys I don't know where I got it from, and I left the fucking tag in. Red Canyon Fibers, Santa Fe, New Mexico. It feels fabulous, but, and I probably would buy from them again, but I wouldn't buy this. This breaks easily. But if I remember correctly, they were really good about shipping, and the customer service was good. So Red Canyon Fibers, I would recommend to everybody. Most definitively. Sorry, I don't know why I'm trying to mess with that while I'm trying to talk to you. It's so rude. Anyway, that's what I've got left. that much. So I'm going to have a spindle full, and I think I'll get about I think I'll get anywhere from 600 to 800 yards, maybe more out of that, because I'm going to Navajo ply it. I went to the grocery store, and I was trying to figure out which ones go with which magazine. These go with this one. So I found this new magazine here called Love Sewing. Love Sewing. And I haven't had a chance to read them yet, because there's been a bit of a thing going on. But I'm going to tell you the reason I bought this magazine was for the patterns on the front. And you'll know why as soon as I show you the pattern. Because you're going to go, oh, I know where you bought those. Because it's to do with why you want to lose weight. See the name at the top? Vogue. Vogue, 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 Vogue. Anyway, this is Basic Vogue. It's not couture, but it can be made into couture. And the one that I'm going to do couture is this white top right here at the top. So I am watching Dalston Fabrics. I am watching myfabric.co.uk and others. There's another one too. Plush Addict. Not only did I get that one, but then I got a very easy Vogue with a skirt. And I'm going to make skirt, I'm going to make skirt B right here, the green one. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. The magazine's good. That is skirt B right there. It just looks pretty flowing and cool for the summertime. And again, there's that top. So, oh, and I looked at the back, not the culottes so much, but I'm going to make the trousers, obviously not in stripes. And I'm also going to make the coat for this autumn. And the reason I'm going to make the trousers is because you can do them with a waistband. Can you see that? You can either do it with a waistband or with elastic. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them with elastic, but use the rest of that burgundy colored, and I know it's not the fabric that's supposed to be, but I'm going to use the rest of that burgundy colored jersey that I have, because I have enough to do those trousers. Just something to like lounge around in at night. And the other magazine I got was another Love Sewing. There we go. I love that skirt on this side. I love that skirt very much. It's called a cargo skirt. But that's not what they gave you the patterns for. They gave you patterns for this top, which I will have to elongate because of my gut. But I really like the one with the Peter Pan collar on it. See? Right here. I like this one. And then they gave you another pattern for a wrap dress. So, I'm going to tell you why I like that. Because I think I can use the top of that dress with the culottes here and make like a jumpsuit. So, dress A, like the top of the dress A, right? Like that top. But make the culottes from here. C, sorry, C, right here. Or D. Make the culottes, but put them together and put an elastic waist in. And that would be nice. So, I will find a way to put them together. Probably gonna have to do a lot of darts and stuff like that. And fittings and refittings. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Holy shit! 29 minutes and 29 seconds. Wow. Did a long time. Anyway, what's going on with the house? So Ian crippled me on Saturday. In a sinus sense. We started on the back, the very back room in the basement, and I think I remember telling everybody that it was kind of moldy and musky and shitty, and Well, he went down there with the new shop vac, which arrived, and he sucked all the cobwebs out and all the floors clean and things like that. But in doing so, there was a lot of mold on that dust, and it came up into the house, and my head was killing me. I ended up upstairs with the bedroom door shut, because upstairs, except for a little bit in the hallway, was the only friggin' spot in my house that I could be in. I couldn't go outside, which probably wouldn't help my sinuses very much, but I couldn't go outside because it was pissing down. With heat on my head for from 11 o'clock on. About 11 o'clock on. Then I made him lunch. I couldn't stand it. I sprayed downstairs. I did everything I could. Oh, it stunk to high heaven of mold smell. Anyway, he got it cleaned out. He put this, not a space heater, not a kerosene heater, but an electric space heater in there. Just to warm that up, which kind of sort of helped. But then yesterday he ran over to B&Q and got the dehumidifier, which is huge. It holds 20 liters of water. And he read the booklet, and he said a normal humidity in a home is at about 50% in a normal home. It was, I think, 87 down there. By the end of the day, he had it down to, I think, 70. And I have to go turn it back on today. But as soon as the humidifier started running, it helped with that. Ugh. I can't stand the smell of mold anyway. It's making my head hurt just thinking about it. But poor Ian, when he wasn't, well, not poor Ian, because it wasn't the brightest thing he could have done. But on the other hand, he did what he had to do. Bless him, he was so kind to go down there and do that and say, you stay away because I know what it's going to do to your head. He's like that. He's a really nice guy. When he dumped out the dust from the cylinder, on the bottom of a shop vac, it puffed back out of the bag and he breathed it in and it made him throw up. And I thought, that's not good because that's probably black mold and he's just filled his lungs with it. But he seemed okay yesterday and he didn't seem to have a lot of worries, but I still think he should go to the doctor and get it checked out and stuff. But yeah, and he probably won't because he doesn't go to the doctor. So what else was I saying? So that's what happened. Like I said, I got into the part of the day that was sunny. I got in and cleaned out garden bed and did some pellet sprays and, got that down. Checked all the plants. But spent most of my time in here working on quote blocks. These, for some reason, I don't know why, because I have done, oh God, what do you call those? What do you call the circle ones? I can't think of the name of it. I know you're screaming at me, Kim. I know you're screaming, going, Jenny, duh. I can't think of the name of it. There's circle ones, and the outside of the circle's got like a curve arc thing. Anyways, Byron's was like that. It was like a spider webby thing, except his didn't have curves. It was little blocks. And that, I thought, took a long time. But these blocks, even though they're straight stitching, it's the way you have to put them together piece by piece. That is very, it's time consuming. But I know it's going to be pretty when it's done. I want it so much. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to having that done. And making plans for my next one, which I haven't started yet, but I'm pretty sure I know that it's gonna be Halloween. I bought the fabric to do like a rainbow square quilt where it starts up in a corner and as you go down it turns, rainbow colors. And I went, no, I really want a Halloween quilt. Really want a Halloween quilt. Hey, what are you doing? Crazy girl. So yeah, so those are my quote blocks. So that's my stuff that I've done. I'll show you the knitting, and hopefully I'll have a sleeve done by the time I show it to you. And the cross stitching that I did. Hi, Blossom. And later in the week, and hopefully I'll have some more weight loss to share with you. As I was very happy and not happy at the same time because of Joel. What do you think, Blossom? Are we sad because Joe's sicky? Anyway, I guess that's it. I'm going to get going. Hi, baby. Hello. I love you too. I love my dog. Anyway, all right, we're going to get going. I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope you have a very productive and weight lossy week this week. Successful. You stay down. And I will talk to you later in the week. I can't tell you exactly what day. Depends on what's going on here, but it'll probably be Wednesday, Thursday. So look out for that, and I will see you later. Take care of yourselves. Talk to you later, guys. Bye. Oh, stick to it. You can do it. I am. Yay. Bye.